I was the average loner girl throughout all of my schools. No one made an effort to hang out with me, unless it was me doing all the talking and inviting. I would only be given some attention when I did something stupid or cool. Eventually, those 15 minutes of fame actually do last 15 minutes. I remember the first time I was called fat. It was in the 2nd grade. Middle school was worse than elementary school. High school wasn't so bad, but then again, no one even noticed me in the first place. Can't say anything mean when they didn't see me. I was in a majority white school. I was the opposite of everyone else. They were tall and beautiful, blonde and blue-eyed. Those girls were everything that I wanted to be. They got every boy's attention. I wanted to be one of those girls that when they walked past a guy, they would whisper, "Damn, she's hot." But I wasn't. I was plain Jane. Short, brown hair, brown eyes, fair skin. Hella fat. At my most, I was 220 pounds. Later on, I was 180 pounds, though. Anyways, I was headed out to my local college when I thought I should stop by at a 7-Eleven and buy gum, because I didn't have any time to brush my teeth. I also bought a lottery ticket. I remember thinking I wish I could win $20. The next couple of days, I googled the winning numbers, and to my surprise, I got all 6 of them. After I hyperventilated so much I nearly passed out, I decided I wouldn't tell anyone, even family, about it. I collected my money and drove back home. I decided it would be my best to lay low for a while, because I didn't want any attention from the media. Plus, I don't live in the best neighborhood, and I have seen enough of those movies where someone wins the lottery and tells everyone then they're killed or whatever. I lived at my place for a year before I moved somewhere else. Told people I got lucky in stocks. My close family knows, though. Even with all the money, I still felt inadequate. My financial status didn't match my looks, so I decided to get liposuction everywhere. Abdomen, arms, legs, thighs, back, you name it. After all that, I had a breast augmentation, lift, and areola reduction. When that healed up, I had full-body laser hair removal and stretch mark removal and various skin fractal laser procedures. I was in pain for about a full year. My worst fear was never waking up from the table. If that happened, my cause of death would have been because of the opinion of stupid people. Everything was done and healed up. I thought a wardrobe change would be great, considering everything was too big on me. I was never a materialistic person, but I had money to blow. New animal skin designer bags, designer shoes, everything. I started to get a bit of attention from men. I wasn't all that ugly after all, just fat. But I still felt hideous knowing that there's a lot of women who were more beautiful than I. I contacted dozens of surgeons for facial surgery, but none of them offered what I wanted. They said it was impossible to completely change my entire facial structure, except for one of them. He said his colleague would be in touch with me. It was at night when I received a call from a doctor who said he can give me what I want and I can come in for a consultation next week. I agreed. I hired 3 bodyguards because I felt like what I was signing up for was a bit sketchy. And yeah, you'll see that I was right. The consultation was brief. He asked me what I desired to look like and I told him. Blue eyes, bigger eyes, smaller nose, bigger lips, full cheeks, wider set eyes, a smaller jaw, etc. A lot more things than I doubt anyone would understand unless you've taken anatomy. He showed me photos of women of whom I described and he told me to pick who I thought was the most beautiful. And I did. He said he could do it for $2.5 million. Fuck yeah, I said. I just had to sign the non-disclosure agreements. That was scary. I get you're thinking, it's better to be ugly than dead. But my entire life I was treated like a piece of shit because of looks. My surgery was set for next month because he told me I had to stop smoking before the surgery. It was really hard to quit, but I did it. Because I was scared shitless that I might not wake up from the table, I was contacting lawyers, setting up wills for family and a bunch of rare diseases charities. And I was also spending a lot of time with my family. It broke my mom's heart when I told her that she will definitely not recognize me after the surgery. She did everything in her power to try and convince me to not go. I went in and I was prepped for surgery. There wasn't a lot of communication between the workers, but before I was anesthetized, I heard, Go prepare, Carolyn. Didn't think much of it. Thought it might be some other girl getting surgery there. It took 15 hours. When I woke up, the pain was so intense I regretted it. My entire face was wrapped up in white cloth. He said I'd be able to take it off in 2 weeks. For those 2 weeks, I stayed at the hospital. My bodyguards kept me company. They had to sign non-disclosure forms too. I still don't know why. I read a couple books and played games. The day came when the nurses removed my bandages. I started crying. It was the most beautiful thing ever. I was beautiful. Big blue eyes, a small nose, a smaller face, and fuller lips. A literal new face. I left a week later. Life was great. I had so much attention from men and everyone in general. People were so much nicer to me, and I would literally go home and cry for hours because people were being nice to me because I'm pretty. Not because I'm a human being, and that makes me depressed on so many levels. I had my first date and my first kiss. Yes, I know. In my 20s, I had my first kiss. After being so happy and being treated so well by everyone, I alienated myself from the world. I thought, I had to go through all of that shit to be treated like a person? My days consisted of eating Rocky Road ice cream and watching TV. I did gain 5 pounds, but nothing some time at the gym wouldn't fix. I thought it was best to really register everything I had gone through, then go back to life. Till then, Netflix and TV were my best friends. I was watching the news when it was talking about a girl's body that was found. I was walking around the room attempting to clean the mini buckets of ice cream, and I wasn't really paying attention until I heard the words, "Body found with frontal part of skull missing." And I thought that's weird and interesting. I turned up the volume and they showed a picture of her, with her name at the bottom. Carolyn Reed. And it was my face.